YouTube family, my bad. I ain't trying to fuck that shit up. What's happening, y'all? And don't mind the bandana on my head. No, I am not gang affiliated. I'm just gonna make that very clear from the beginning. I just got out the gym. I took a shower and shit like that, so I ain't dirty either. But you know what I'm saying? My shit all fucked up here. I actually found this. Anyways, um, bruh, today's a beautiful day. Um, I'm so happy because I actually got a lot accomplished that I wanted to get accomplished as far as like just creating and goddamn like the tape is already like the because right now I'm in the final processes of like the post production with the goddamn post production with the skits and stuff like that, and it's coming out way better than I anticipated, and I'm so grateful because like like and I learned this from acting, right? Even though like I don't definitely don't got my 10,000 in acting. I think my first role was like in 2019 or something like that. Shout out to Francie, that's big bro. Um, but sometimes, and you get this from recording music too, where like you might have a script or you might have wrote your verse, um, but there's little things that you can't account for when you're recording, right? And one of the things that I experienced when we did my first movie role. I'm gonna give you a little backstory. First movie role ever, or show role ever, bro. My ex's uncle, which is funny because I met him doing some other shit randomly. Anyway, his name is Francie. So Francie's like, "Yo, Zay, I think I got this role for you. I think you'd be actually really great in it." And I'm like, "Word?" And I'm like, "I've never acted before. I don't know." He's like, "Bro, you make music, you perform. It should be something around the same cloth." And I was like, "Damn, that's dope." So I'm like, "Whatever." He's telling me the thing, right? And acting is something I always wanted to do, but I was always nervous because I'm like, "Bro, what the fuck?" Anyways, so he gives me the whole breakdown. He's like, "Look, so you're gonna be a part of this gang, but the gang is supposed to be like a contradiction. They're like street tough guys, but they're into like holistic health and fucking and fitness journey and like whatever." He gave me this whole what's happening. He gave me this whole thing, and I'm like, bro, that's so on brand with me. So we like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's funny because we playing like these thugs, but at the same time, or goons rather. And at the same time, we're educated and we're about financial literacy. You know, he gave this all the shit that he gave me, right? So he's like, that's the background story of the role I'm playing. So my lines, my scene was real short. The main characters, right? They come inside this room. I'm actually, damn, I would post it if I could here. The series called What's More Important. So the main characters walk into this room. Me and this other brother having an argument whether Batman is a real superhero or not. And obviously, I have to pick the part that Batman's a real superhero. But he was telling, like, it wasn't no lines written in that aspect, right? He just wanted us to improvise. And I'm just like, damn. So now, I want to be prepared. I'm talking about the first time I did a movie role. So, boom. It's the first time I ever acted. So we had to improvise this line, and I'm like, I'm grateful because the way that he directed me, that's why he's a phenomenal director. He geared it so that what we're talking about is something natural to me already. And the other dude I was going back bouncing off of, he's like a professional Haitian comedian. Like he actually got motion. I didn't even know that until after the fact. I was like, oh shit, this dude he's actually real popular. So he a professional. He know what he's doing. So it made it such an easy like back and forth. So boom, so the characters walking in, we're arguing with Batman is a real superhero. I'm arguing Batman is the ultimate human being. He's clowning me. So then the scene starts because like the gang leader gets up and everyone like gets quiet, right? So how the scene was set up, there's a part where one of the characters mentions something and all of us are supposed to put our guns up at the same time, right? My nervous ass, and then the girl, oh my God, what's her name? She's so beautiful. She looked just like Jada Pickett. Well, not Jada Pickett. Anyways, my bad. That's a whole nother conversation. The point is, so the girl, and I want to say her name now. My memory's off of it though. Y'all know I've been smoking weed for a long time. Not now, but I'm saying like in my lifetime. So boom, the girl says the line, and I'm thinking all of us supposed to go. So I drew the gun prematurely, and I remember thinking, and like in that moment, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I fucked up. Yeah, I'm never gonna get nothing again. And I look at Francie because he's behind the camera, and he's smiling like, no, 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 keep going, keep going. And I was like, all right. So that mistake ended up going into the actual show. Cause now, so then when we did the you know, cause you know you gotta do all the different takes. So when we did the second take again, he wanted me to do the same, like, to jump in prematurely, cause it's almost funny, like, oh shit, my bad, I jumped the gun too early, and then did it again, and then they ended up making it. So I brought that up to say that wasn't written in the script. That wasn't something that was pre-planned. That was actually an accident, and then the accident ended up being better than what it would have been on paper. So I'm experiencing that now with like doing the skits for the tape. Like for instance, I'll give you an insight. One of the scenes, I'm arguing back with a coworker, right? And hold on, let me get my SIE bowl. Oh, SME. Gracias. Oh, this is actually kind of a vibe right now. Let me chill it right here before I get home. And I gotta get my healthy tip on. So boom. So one of the scenes is I'm going back and forth with a coworker, right? I'm supposed to he's supposed to pull up on me while I'm at work, and he's like, hey bro, I heard the supervisor say you rap. And I'm like, yeah bro, I'm actually, yo, what's happening? My bad if I ain't responding. Let me get my story across and I'll go ahead in the chats and stuff. Unless y'all want to drop a super chat, that have to be a question. You know, let me get my professional YouTube career going. But so in the scene, he's supposed to make fun of me for rapping. Like, bro, you over 30? Why you still rapping? No one want to hear about the postman's whatever. And it's supposed to be that back and forth, and I'm supposed to cuss him out, and then it goes on to the song More Money, right? So I initially wanted my boy Fat Boy to do it, and things just didn't line up because my dog Busy got so much shit going on. And I can't be mad at my homies if they can't participate, because motherfuckers got kids and all type of shit going on, and schedules don't line up, and I'm in fucking Puerto Rico, these niggas in North Carolina. Oh Lord, just stop being distracted. All right, every time I see a fine woman, my eyes are, oh. Max was, you need to be pet so bad. We're going girl crazy. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So that was initially the idea, right? And I'm like, damn. So like, since I'm like, how can I get this executed, or like maybe I could get someone in or whatever. So I started recording my parts, and I used. Then I was talking about rapping. I was doing the reference for the person that's supposed to be making fun of me, right? But then it transformed into, oh, what is this is subconscious? What if my subconscious mind is talking to me while I'm at work and like, what are you doing? Why you still give a fuck about this? Because the song before is The Worker, and the whole song of The Worker is describing my work life, like me going to work, what I'm experiencing work. But the whole time I'm working, I'm just thinking about, I gotta get this rap done. I gotta get this verse done because it might be the one. That's like thematically in the story. So I was like, oh shit, this actually is coming out better. So then I fucking play with the vocals and make it sound like it's like my subconscious speaking to me. And I'm like, damn, this is gas, bro. This is so motherfucking gas. And it sounds better than what I initially envisioned. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with doing like the because I'm now, how far I'm in? I'm almost done. And I'm having fun doing little sound effects and all this type of shit, like just making it cinematic, because my goal with the album is I want someone to be able to listen to it like from front to back. That's why I dropped it on YouTube. Well, at least the first 8 songs is on YouTube as one video, and been dropping each song like as they go, whatever. I actually should Lockhart should be coming out soon too. Blue pill with what I'm saying. I don't know if that's a compliment or this, but thank you. Oh, my bad, blue pill. Who you look like? Somalia Steph Curry. All right, now I'm fun to entertain y'all on the chat. Y'all hilarious. Man, sound like Somalia Steph Curry is insane. But you know what? That's funny. I'll give you that. I can't let. Hold on, let me see how this shit look. Oh my God, this looks so good. Yep. My bad, I got that acai bowl with the coconut base with some mango in it. Man, I'm trying to get my healthy on and be on my holistic health stuff again. That shit scared the fuck out of me. I thought the police would pull up and be like, bro, I'm not doing nothing. I don't do nothing, Sat. Um, but yeah. So, okay. So now that everyone's, well, we on live and stuff like that. I've been dreading to do this because one, I think I'll be good at it, but two, I'm jumping the boat. I'm jumping I'm doing this late as hell, and three, I don't want this to overshadow the music, right? So, I've decided that I'm going to start a podcast, and I don't want to. I do want to do it because I think it'll be fun and it'll give me an opportunity to like talk about whatever I want to talk about, like organized, and I could have people participate in the conversation of whatever I decide to talk about. Because, and I don't want to make it a thing of like I'm gonna do a hip hop podcast and I'm gonna talk about hip hop. No, I rap. I'm in it at the lowest possible level, but I'm in it, so I don't want it just to be catered to fucking hip hop. I mean, I'm gonna talk about hip hop shit, but I don't want to be a news channel or current events like, hey, this rapper killed this person and this person did. I ain't trying to do none of that shit. I just want to talk about some real shit, some nerd shit, and things that are some and cool things. Like, you know, most people focus on the negativity and things that are bad, and like I can't even blame it because at the end of the day, people need engagement. Engagement equals clicks and likes. Likes and clicks monetizes into what, however this shit work on the back end. I'm not sure. Only have a certain level of understanding of how all this shit work. But I think I could participate, and I think my point of view, just how I grew up, who I am. I'm not saying I'm an anomaly. I'm like everybody else. I'm a human being, but I have a unique point of view because one, I'm a young Puerto Rican. I mean, I'm 35. I'm still young. I'm still big broke. So until 4 is in front of my number, I'm still say young. I ain't lived half my life yet. I grew up in Miami, right? Like born and raised. I've only lived in Miami. The only time I've ever moved, it was like moving. This was some job shit. I went to Dallas for like 3 months on some work shit. Dallas was I love Dallas, Texas. That's one of my favorite places ever. And they food is busting. And that's it. So I was born and raised in Miami and lived there my whole life and in different spaces too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold you. When I was like a kid, my dad moved to Puerto Rico on some music shit. Now I should really be saving all this part for the podcast. You get 100K on the future if. Thank you. I hope, man. I hope I get 100K. I really want to tell that's why I wanted to start the podcast. Even though it's gonna be kind of like I'm a live stream, but I'm gonna do it from the crib. I don't have the ill setup yet. I don't got the academic setup or like how people got their shit. But I do want to just start. You know what I'm saying? So it is kind of the same because I'm gonna be going on live anyway. But I'm gonna be able to. But now I'm gonna be actually recording the audio and then uploading it to the RSS feed and blah blah blah. And you know, because the idea is, I think with podcasts, yeah, the video portion and the what's it called? The video portion and the clips and stuff are important, but the main thing is the audio, right? I think the most successful podcasts are the people that have subscriptions to their actual audio base. And I think, you know, I already like to talk a lot anyway, as I can see. I've been going on goddamn live a lot lately, but my shit gonna melt. Let me get to the whip. I gotta go to the mall too. Shit, y'all gonna come with me on my adventure. You know, I just want to start. I just want to start. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of, especially like me and the homies were supposed to start a podcast, and what ends up happening is it's a bunch, like we'll over plan shit and then nothing get done. You know what I mean? And not to say nothing, I ain't blaming my friends or nothing like that. It's just like, you know, out of my friends, I'm the person that's like the oh bro, I got this big vision and we should do this, and these motherfuckers is like, bro, I gotta take the kids to school in the morning. Bro, it better be worth staying up for. I'm not finna. Do I want to connect nearby? Do I not connect this phone? Damn, I hold. I'm on live with y'all with the phone that's dying. And that thing went that work. Watching Shorty gonna call me Boom. All right. But but yeah, it's like, so we've been wanting to do a podcast. I want to do it with my friends because, like, what's ill too, I grew up in Miami, right? But I think when people talk about Miami or think about Miami, they think of South Beach and Wynwood, and even when you think about like the hood, you think about like North Miami, Opelika, Polk and Beans, and like that Liberty City and that shit. I'm from down south. We are from everything below that. And which is disrespectful. I heard people say down south, not Miami, which is, you got your goddamn mind. All that shit is in Miami-Dade County. All right, my area code is still 305. Um, so, so anyways, right? But I've lived in different places throughout down south, right? So, should I say this for the? I'm saying this now, and I'll probably say it in the podcast again. I don't give a fuck since y'all with me, right? So, my dad and my mom got married like in 1988 or some shit. No, they was together 4 years before they had me, or 2. Something like that, right? They got it together either in like 86 or 88. I think, no, wait, they just celebrated like their 40th anniversary or something. Or 30 something, 38th anniversary. Whatever, my bad. I'm not doing good with the time frame. But my parents were married in Puerto Rico. My dad got an opportunity to work with this guy called Willie Chirino. And I don't remember my dad was doing background vocals or if he was doing or if he was playing the trumpet. It was one of the two. But he ended up getting an opportunity to work with this dude. He was big in the Latin world. So I ended up moving to Miami. Right? So boom. 2 years later, 4 years later, whatever, they had me. Boom, race. So and granted, my parents, and even living in Puerto Rico now, I understand like, oh shit, it aesthetically and stuff, it's similar to Miami, but completely different. Because Loki, everything Puerto Rico look a little ghetto, but it's not ghetto, it's just shit is just not made, right? Like, you know how, like, for instance, in impoverished areas, right? When you see a lot of potholes and you see a lot of like just the everything around the community's fucked up. Reason being is what half of the budget of what's invested back into the community comes based off property taxes. So if you go to areas where there's a lot of houses for foreclosure or a lot of properties of even businesses that are foreclosing and whatever the case would be, and the property taxes not being paid, that directly is affecting the community because 50% of property taxes goes back into reinvesting into community so they could build sidewalks, roads, so on and so forth. Anyways, I gave that detour to say that Puerto Rico, it feel like that. It's a bunch of fucking, like, it's either something super, super nice or something that looks hella incomplete. And that's all around the perimeter. When you go more deep into the island, shit turns like real islandy, which is fucking dope. You can say, I don't know what that means. So anyways, right? So when my parents first moved to Miami, they were living in 200th Street, which is funny now. There used to be an apartment complex there, which is right across the street from Southland Mall. Southland Mall is in Cutler Ridge, right? So boom, my first apartment was down south already. My parents ended up moving to Kendall. I was there till I was a kid in Kendall, probably till like 5th grade, 6th grade. 6th grade, we ended up moving to South Miami Heights. South Miami Heights is even further down south, right? I was in South. We had a house. That's the first time we ever owned a house or some shit. Something happened. My mama got robbed or whatever. We ended up losing the house. I don't know. It was direct. That was tied to that because whatever money she had was going to payment, and then we ended up going to move to South Point Apartments, which was in Perrine. I'm still in 6th grade, and I was in South Point. No, I was in 7th grade. No, I was in 7th. No, I was in 6th grade still. No, I was in 7th grade when I moved to South Point Apartments because that's when I met my dog Carl. That's like my day one. So, boom, I lived in Perrine from like 7th grade all the way until like I was 20 or 21 years old. And then moved to there. Anyways, I'm saying all this to say that the perspective from somebody that lives down south, right? Down south is a primarily Black and Latin area. Well, Black and Caribbean, really, right? Because in Miami, the highest population of Latin folks is Cubans, right? But obviously you're gonna have Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, and most people from the Caribbean are Afro-Latino or Black. You know what I'm saying? That's just what the melting pot is. You get what I mean? So it's culturally a lot of things are the same. So all my day ones, we all our household all has similar things. Like my boy Nick is Jamaican, Fat Boy's from Trinidad, Carl's from Bahamian. There's families from the Bahamas. Bahamian? I mean, no, am I mixing that up? from the no, or from the Virgin Islands. No, he's Bahamian. Yeah, it's the Bahamas. Yeah, it's Bahamian. Boom. Cam Black American. Um, and so, anyways, all of us in our households are all have very similar things. Like if you look at a Puerto Rican plate, if you look at a Dominican plate, if you look at a Haitian plate, and you look at a Cuban plate, it's gonna be different things on there, but everything's relatively the same. You gonna have plantains on that bitch. You gonna have rice and beans. You're gonna have either pork, or you gonna have pork, chicken, or whatever, or some type of steak, and it's all relatively kind of made the same. Musically, the same type of things. I remember, and I'm going into story mode. I need to do this on the podcast version, but fuck it, we here now. I remember my dad was performing at this like in the like the Miami Auditorium or some shit like that. I don't know, some Latin thing for some salsa anniversary event, and they were doing rehearsal, and some lady, she was this older lady, she was like, oh my god, this is so beautiful, and like she was almost in tears of like just in rehearsal, and she just started talking to me, and she was like, you know how beautiful it is. She used to talk, and then she started giving me like history on Latin music, on how like the reason you have salsa and just instrumentally, it's a combination of the culturally of what the Africans that were brought to the Caribbean contributed, and what the locals and the, you know, like if you think of the strings and all the light stuff, I'm saying light stuff sounded funny, but like the strings and there's things that come from like Hispanic or Latin. I'm not using like Española, like fucking Spain. But then the drums and the rhythm and all the stuff comes from the African influence. And she was just breaking it down to me. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that. I must have been like 19 or 20. I don't know. That's when my dad was still active performing. My dad's about 74 now. He ain't doing shit. No, that man just chilling, being an old person, which is funny because my mom told me, she's like, yeah, they asked your dad to do something for her. I don't even know. And I'm like, damn, my old boy still get fucking opportunities. He's 70 something. And for disclosure, just because my dad was in the music industry don't mean we have fucking money. I mean, we did when we was like in like the early 90s, because my dad started working with Gloria Estefan. But my old boy performed at the Super Bowl, which is kind of crazy. And not like he was the main, but I'm saying he was in a part of that. Because he was with the Gloria Estefan band. That's because that was the next big opportunity he got after that. So he was actually, they were going crazy. But then I think like right around 2000, like right after like 9/11 happened, shit kind of slowed up. And things got a little difficult. And then we ended up going to, that's when we ended up moving like further down south. Or like losing the house, then we ended up going to the apartment complex and whatever. That's when shit got a little. I use this is the iPhone, not the new iPhone, the one before that, because the new iPhone I have is this. But I got a 4K webcam I'm gonna be using when I start doing the pod. And what's cool too, I'm gonna have, what I want to do is, because like I'm thinking about it, I can't just go on live, record the audio, and just do this like talk. But I want to be a little more organized and actually have things to say. I already know my folks. Oh, so now he doing a podcast after you saying like, oh, he just a rapper, he ain't doing gimmicky stuff. Fuck it. I could use, you know, if you're good at something, might as well do it. Plus, it ain't gonna stop me from rapping. I just dropped 2 days ago, and I'm inspired. Absol just dropped. I was like, oh my, bruh. I do gotta talk about rap on my podcast because I love hip hop. And then the homies, that's why they don't talk to me no more. They be tired. This nigga always want to talk about rap. Every time you hop on the phone, talking about, hey guys, did you hear this? No, I just mowed the grass, bro. That's how they be treating me, bro. My bad. Now I was talking about how I'm gonna start a podcast, and I'm talking about it's gonna start today, so I'm gonna live stream later. I don't know exactly what time, but it'll be episode 0. That's what we calling it. And then I'll just figure it out as it go. I don't know, maybe I could be good at it. Maybe I'll be like a new Joe Budden. That's why, you know, it's funny. I was thinking about the name, right? I was like, man, let me call it Nerd Talk. I'm like, nah, that's kind of taken, and that shit kind of sound a little lame. And I was like, oh, what about some conscious shit, whatever. I'm just trying to go through names. I'm like, man, fuck it. No, you good. I was like, man, fuck it. I'm gonna just call it the Amaury Love podcast because I'm just tying everything to my YouTube anyway. My video game shit, my music, everything is under the Amaury Love brand. So that might as well be the center point. Ooh, what should I eat, bruh? I mean, I just got some shit, but no, let's get. My bad. I'm going to the mall now. Thank you for calling me handsome. Shit, I hope I hope the women that I got a crush on feel the same way you do, and hopefully my personality makes up for any other place that I lack in. Cause that's another thing too. I want to talk about relationships. And I'm gonna get my homegirls to hop on the podcast. That's what I really want. Would be episodes where I feature like some of my homegirls shit like that, because the conversations be funny and it's interesting. Cause sometimes I'll be like, damn, these bitches can get on my goddamn nerves. And because because I know what I perceive relationships and stuff to be, and or what I've experienced. But what I've noticed is everybody, like society or the media, make it seem like this is this way to have a relationship, and I don't even necessarily think that's true. And I would love to have conversations in regards to that, because I know how I feel, and I'm Mr. Optimistic and moral, and I don't, I've always been like that. But then there's other people that look at things differently, right? So like I don't know. But I would love to have these conversations. I think I couldn't find you live for a long time because that's live. Now you good? Shit. Do I eat a lot? Something. I mean, it depends how bad she is. No, I'm just playing. I'm not playing, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not intentionally being whatever. Toss it a little. Nah, yeah, I'm gonna be more consistent on here. Plus, it a lot. Like the thing is too, y'all don't understand, bro. I live in Puerto Rico now, right? So I know I'll be going kind of like from topic to topic. Don't worry, I'm gonna do way better on the podcast shit when I'm actually subject to subject. And I don't want to do it myself, but I gotta start it so that way I can have my people or people want to contribute. Because if I don't do, it's just ideas. But anyways, god damn. See, I done lost my damn train of thought. It's just fun. I can't wait to do. Oh, that's what I was saying. I'm in Puerto Rico right now, right? So outside of talking to the homies on the phone, there's a part of me that feel like I need to express myself the way I express myself and talk the way I talk. And over here it's hard because not everyone speaks Spanish. It's cool, and some people speak English, but either the same way culturally is just different. I'm not raised here. My household. Shit, like I ate Puerto Rican food. My mama and my daddy Puerto Rican, but at the same time, my household was a little different. My dad, when I was a kid, my dad was always on tour, gone somewhere. It was just me and my mama. My mama was so cool that like I had everything that I want in the sense of like the TV, and I was just exposed. I was probably exposed to more than I should when I was a child because I don't know, just the freedom of watching shit I probably shouldn't have been watching when I was younger, and just I could just be outside all day, and my mama ain't tripping about me being outside all day. I still had to wake my ass up to get to school in the morning, but so it was stuff like that. And when I say outside, it's not that term how y'all use outside. We outside like we partying and shit. When we was outside back in the day, it was literally we going outside. We gonna sit and make how you drum beats on. Remember that green? What I forgot what that shit's called. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a generator or something. Every apartment complex, every place had a big ass green generator that everyone just chilled at for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Be rapping on there, like making beats with our hands, or like if we play manhunt or freeze tag, that's like home base. If you hit home base, you ain't gonna get caught. Damn, man. See, I can't wait to get the homies on the pod because I can't wait to tell the stories. There's it's funny, there's some shit happened that I experienced, right? And like I don't want to say 08, 09. It has to be around there because most of us are still living at South Point Apartments at that time, and which is the apartment complex we all stayed at. And I remember we had like at South Point we had like our squad, right? Like we called ourselves SPG, like a little clique, and South Point G's. It really stand for geek. Ain't none of us was gangster. We actually was like the cool people in the area, because like people would pull up to play football and basketball and shit. None of us was on bullshit time. Everybody was cool as fuck. Now some wild shit did definitely happen in that apartment complex, which I share for for other times and tell the story. My bad. I'm trying to make sure I'm going the right way. I'm still figuring my way through Puerto Rico. So boom, whatever, right? So we used to always play basketball. So we kind of had, like the home team, meaning like it's probably like 10, 12 of us, and we probably had like our teams within our team, but then people will come to our apartment complex just to play ball. So these grown ass swole motherfuckers that pulled up to play ball, they wanted to bet. Like it was a big game, so everyone it was, I think everybody had to put $20 up or whatever. And I remember it was a big thing because mad people was at our basketball court, which is hilarious because like we like, damn, this shit swole. This shit was like an event. And I didn't participate in that basketball game because I was damn sure not in our top 5. But I remember like Nick, Willie, James, goddamn Matt, like, bro, it was so cool, bro. It was swole as fuck. So they played this goddamn basketball game. We lost, and they was like, all right, bro. They collected the money to go get tatted, and which is bad random, but whatever, right? But that shit was a crazy ass day at Southport Apartments. So, anyways, years later, it's probably like 2013, 2014. This is when I'm going through like my little club phase. Nah, I think it was around 2016 because this is when I met anyways, I'm at this place. Damn, I forgot the fucking name, bro. But every Wednesday, it's by Sunset Mall. Every Wednesday, that shit's popping. It's like ladies' night or some shit like that. So that shit be dumb fucking swole. So that's like the little hangout spot. So I'm partying and shit with and I run into one of my dogs. And whatever, we chopping it up, bro. And I'm like, damn, bro, it's been a minute. I see you, bro. How's everything? How's it, bro? You know what I'm saying? Cause so funny shit is, right? The homie bring up the basketball game, and he like, bro, you remember that game, bro? And then we start tripping out. Thank you, I appreciate that. I can't pronounce your name. And then, like, the ignorant person in me, the funny man in me wants to be like, thank you. But that's completely inappropriate. But I can explain it to get it out. So anyways, me and the homie start, like, going, like, we lit, bro. I'm drunk as fuck. And so is he. So we in the middle of this little fucking club outside shit, talking about this shit mad loud, like, bro, you remember? He's like, yeah, and he knew this shit way more than I did, so he's going from detail to detail, like, yeah, bro, homie dunked on such and such, and this, that, and the third, bro, we was mad, bro, we could have won that game, and one of the, man, it was mad as fuck, because we had I'm not gonna say his name, because I'm not trying to put the homie out there on blast for being trash in the game, but we had a homie that was big as fuck, right, like, you know what it is. Especially if you live in an apartment complex and y'all play basketball and y'all pick teams, the big person finna always be center. You stuck. I don't care how athletic you are, because everyone on the court ain't 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", like in the NBA. You got 5'6" through 6 foot, 6'1" max. Unless you had someone like one of our homies, Willie, was big, bro. What, you like 6'4", 6'5"? Big as fuck, and a nigga named Willie is a crazy pause. But one of the homies was like hella tall. So, bro, once you center. You have no, I don't care how athletic you is, I don't care how good you are taking the ball, bro, you is center. So, anyways, one of the homies who was playing center, they was mad because he's like, bro, you tall for nothing. You ain't playing defense, you ain't shooting nothing, you giving up running down the court. They was mad at bro. Cause if you're not playing professional, by playing at the park, people could if you hella tall, you only gotta be halfway decent. Cause it's ridiculous. You can't really guard that. Damn, the mall is swole. I'm low-key debating. I should go watch Michael Jackson right now. I had got invited to the beach earlier, but I'm like, nah, y'all can have fun. Cause yeah, nah, I got shit to do. But yeah, man, funny time. So I can't wait to talk about all these different things. What do shit saying to? What happened? I don't even know what's going on. That shit is saying on. That shit is saying on Korean. Hell no. Oh, my bad. um, hold on. Let me find the parking. Um. Oh yeah. All right. So this is my favorite mall over here. This is the mall my mom used to go to when she was a child. It's called San Patricio Mall. Now I know damn well in the 70s and 80s they did not look like this, but this shit dope. This, you know what's dope about Puerto Rico? They actually got like comic book shops and shit. There's a whole nerd culture over here, and I'm like, bro, this is fire. So that's actually what I'm about to go get my comic book. A little collection, a little peaceful life. My G, you gotta go, bro. Come on. But yeah, I can't wait to share these stories. I can't wait to have my homies on the pod to like so we can like share these shits and it's gonna help me work on my storytelling. So then when I do start writing my raps, start writing more story based raps, helps me with a beginning, middle, and end. But this is a long ass fucking walk. Whatever, bro. I ain't even tripping. That way healthy. Alright, my bad. Eeny nut, dun 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 dun, and it goes up, down. But yeah, I can't wait to share it. Episode 0 will be out today. It will just be like an introduction. I don't know if I'm gonna have any of the homies appear. I did tap in with them, but I don't, we'll see how that all goes. And yeah, this is gonna be fire. And I appreciate the people, like, cause I was actually talking to like my close ones about like, should I do this? I want to, but I don't want this to like overshadow the music or make it seem like I'm pivoting to because I'm not giving up. I'm gonna keep making songs. My tape almost done, and I'm so excited to work on the other stuff. But I also know that like I need to build my fan base. I need to show awareness that I exist. I need people to know or have content to be able to give to people that they want to engage with me in, and it doesn't because if I have to rap every day, shit, I'm gonna rap every day. But I don't want to water that down either. And also like, even I love doing freestyles. It helps me practice. Freestyle allows me to practice and get my shit off. I could spit, it, flows and different type of stuff, which obviously I got a lot of work on because I just heard Absol freestyle on a Royce 5'9" beat, and I'm like, God damn. I be thinking, like, when I be penning my verse, I'm like, damn, I'm getting fucking phenomenal. I'm getting better. Like the shit I just did on, I don't even know how to pronounce shorty's name. It was like Samara Cian. I'm saying this shit wrong. But anyways, that song is fire. One of the homies was like, bro, I think you should rap on that shit. He's like, and I just did it. And but even that shit, there's like a line where I say something along, like, I just want to spread my wings and fly, but I ain't learned how yet shit. At least I'm going Super Saiyan. It's inevitable. So out of spite, they goaltend, right? Like goaltending. But the line previously, I'm talking about I want to spread my wings and fly, but I ain't learned how yet. But I'm going Super Saiyan. I don't know how to fly yet, but I can at least still go Super Saiyan. And Gold 10 sounds like Gold 10, right? So you get it, like Gold 10, the fucking Dragon Ball Z character, he turned Super Saiyan before learning how to fly. So I'm like, it'd be little shit like that. I'm like, that shit is amazing, right? They ain't catching that. And then I listened to the first like 4 bars of this man freestyle, and I was like, God damn, bruh. I still got a lot of work to do. I gotta get better. And it's like rapping wise, I just obviously that's why I keep freestyling, because I want to increase my skill set and my flows, my writing, my content. Just perfect that. Revisit older lines I did before and flip them differently and shit like that. But I want now, but I'm gonna keep doing that that's practice for me. Like real songs, I want to make real songs. Hey, dude, It was all good. I work for I'm about to say federal government, which kind of is true, but it's not. I work for USPS, bro. I'm delivering mail. I'm like Lucky from Poetic Justice. I don't need a job. Trust me, I got a job. I've had a job since I was 16 years old. As a matter of fact, I was looking through old ass photos and shit like that. And I was like, damn, I ain't gonna go. I was hustling for a little minute. Cause I'm like, I had always had shit, but it's not cause my parents bought it, cause they didn't have it. Like once we moved and like shit slowed down, like cause I'm thinking about it now too, and I applaud my dad. Cause I'm thinking, damn, bruh, you was literally paying the bills off of music, doing local shit, living in Miami, just doing a gig here, gig there, doing this, that, and the third, and rent was paid every month, or at least from what I know. Cause now that I'm an adult, I'm like, I wonder how many months they didn't know if shit was gonna get paid. Like, cause I'm like, ain't no way. I'm like, my dad wasn't like. Eventually, he started working with my uncle. Got like this. It's not a construction company, but he got some shit that he was like a property manager. He ended up like when things got really, really slow, he ended up helping my dad out and stuff like that. That's why I don't mind to have a job and do music. Cause shit, I done seen my dad go perform in front of 50,000 people, and then the next day get up in the morning to go fucking pick up trash. Like, nah, I ain't got no shame in that. Are you a funny motherfucker? Absolutely not. I'm not a cop, I'm not CIA, I'm not FBI, none of that. Nah. Nah, you good. I ain't tripping. I got a sense of humor, bro. I'm not sensitive. I'm not Drake. I'm just kidding. I keep saying Drake. Drake probably see me like, nigga, I would have gave us a chance with your stupid ass talking shit. Well, whatever. I gotta be me. Just because I like something don't mean I can't be honest about it either. Shit. That's why I still got great relationships with my exes, because they know I ain't finna lie to them. That's why a lot of these niggas be messing up at. Y'all be trying to tell bitches what they want to hear so you can get what you want. They don't give a they know what you doing. I'm going to tell someone they wrong. I'm going to tell them they wrong. They're going to know they wrong. And if I'm wrong about them being wrong, at least I'm standing on like what I believe and say. Because there's two things. One, for sure, right? Because I noticed it too when I talk to my female friends, and they feel the need to bore my fucking... Oh, shit, my fucking phone is about to die. Love you too, bruh. To my Korean shorty, love you. I gotta go, because my phone is about to die, and I don't want to die while I'm talking on live, y'all, but I'll hop in later. Plus, I gotta go inside and get these comics and shit like that. But, y'all stay tuned. Probably like in 4 hours, y'all gonna see me on live, but it'll be the first official episode 0 of the Amaury Love podcast, and you guys will be the first to participate with me. So appreciate y'all. Talk to y'all later. Peace.